So, recently the movie Juice received a 4K release last year. And I'm like, Juice, does that have anything to do with like Snapple or Minute Maid or something like that? No. Turns out, Power and Respect, Tupac Shakur movie. Q, Raheem, Bishop, Steele. They're all four Harlem friends who spend their days hanging out and looking for a way to get the power and respect they call juice. Q hopes to earn respect by becoming a scratch and mix DJ. Bishop has a deadlier plan. He wants to take it through an armed robbery, and he wants his crew to be with him. Ernest R. Dickerson, the acclaimed cinematographer whose collaborations with Spike Lee include Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X, makes his directorial debut with this powerful morality tale steeped in 90s urban lifestyle, featuring the cutting-edge music of Eric B. and Rakim, Naughty by Nature, Big Daddy Kane, Salt and Pepper, and others. Juice has the juice. Now, I've seen the movie Boys in the Hood, and that was a powerful, gripping tale where Ice Cube, also known as O'Shea Jackson Sr., got his start from, and Shaft, and one other one, Superfly. But this one, though, this is a powerful blending. It's got comedy. It's a musical. Technically, it is. It's got drama. It's got suspense. It's a thriller. It's a crime thriller. I mean, just the fact that he was 19. That Tupac was 19 when he filmed this, and he plays a powerful, convincing villain alone about what happens when he gets this juice, aka respect, and what happens when he lets the power go to his head and becomes, I guess, demented is the word. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, this is a power, like, the music's there. It's throughout the movie, especially just like in the beginning where they talk about what juice is, about the hustle and respect to try and get it, and how it can influence a person for the better or for worse. That's some powerful stuff right there alone. Yeah. It's like four boys that are dealing with the challenges of what's going on in Harlem. And it's like, you get to see their everyday lives. It's not as, like, extended as Boys in the Hood, but it's enough to know that this is the wrecking crew, that no man is above another, but that Bishop is the leader, and he's kind of like got the little mustache going on, and I mean, it's kind of there. You can kind of see the mustache that he has, so yeah. I mean, it's progresses almost perfectly. Seriously, it's a movie where things just have the best sequences that go on. It's like you could just tell that in between Quincy who wants to try and get out of the hood lifestyle and into something that's as legit as it can get, of being a what was that he wanted to be? He wanted to be a scratch and mix DJ. But he grapples with the morality of falling down into the juice when it can be bad, or the juice for him when it can be good. I mean, the scenes alone that Omar Epps had to learn to just try and record scratch. I mean, just the record scratch scenes alone, about roughly 35-40 minutes in, he had to learn how to do that, and you can tell he's doing a good job, like with the counts and everything, like quarter note, half note, all that stuff. But when he's inside the warehouse and performing for everyone, it's a powerful, moving scene. It's a fun scene that eventually, when the second half takes place, I mean, there's all these people. I mean, Ernest does a dang good job directing this, but eventually things pick up more, including the robbery that goes on at a store, and subsequent murder, and then when they're being detained, there's this intentionally uncomfortable close-up of an interrogation of two cops and all three members who just are like, You look at them. It's uncomfortable and in a good way, and intense in a good way, and it's just like, what can I say? And then eventually, there's more power that what Kim that builds up more. It's like he becomes just from like a guy who's already trying to get the power to becoming more the villain, the demented villain. I mean, the fact that, and yes, I'm spoiling this, the fact that he just goes out and murders one of the members just because he's like, I'm going to go to the cops or something like that. Yeah, he murders Raheem. And it's just, dang. It's like, listen, we all got to try and keep it equal, but eventually the power gets him so much that he ends up really injuring Steel, and they have a true, how do I say it? Very interesting showdown that I'm guessing is influenced by Spike Lee, And just, wow. I mean, the close-ups on the face of when Tupac is beating the villain, and this was before California Lovin', by the way. And it's just a very, very unbelievable movie. I mean, the music is fantastic. It's like there's a little bit of funk, there's the rap, there's the maybe a little bit of soul, and the fact that Diana Ross was in the audience of the movie just goes to show, like, hey, this is very interesting because Omar Epps' mom said, hey, you shouldn't be acting. But then eventually when they realized that they got Diana Ross, yes, of the Supremes, who was at the premiere, that is a powerful statement. That's all I need to say. I mean, there's also some funny parts. There's, where they're kind of clowning around with each other. There's the, there's that. There's the kind of maybe a little bit over the topness, like when they're waking up and stuff like that. That's kind of funny. That's actually a good way to show how to start their day, because this takes place over the period of like 4 days or something like that. And it's just like, dang, There's this scene where there's this one guy named Blizzard who's, is acting friendly, but then he's like, I'm about to rob this bar. Then, of course, EPMD has a cameo in there. And this was this part where you could tell the dichotomy between the characters. This is about 25 minutes in, where one wants to have the power where he gets commanded, another one just wants to entertain people, but still have the juice, And I also had a little joke, may as well say it. How does Tupac get respect at all of his concerts? He hands out cans of Tropicana orange juice or apple juice. Technically, that counts in the stupidest way possible. So, yeah. I mean, if you want a powerful movie that's got a lot of language, it's not... I mean, this movie is not all a gangster life. I mean, they're more like a crew. I mean, powerful acting, great scenes, some that are intentionally uncomfortable, great music, variety of just chases and characters, then I recommend that you watch Juice.